I want to welcome each and every one of you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sumayyah Naaser, and today's look is very winter inspired, very Elsa from Frozen inspired, with the blue snowflake looking eyeshadow, you know, very wintry. I skipped the whole fall look because everybody does that. We're going to start with our NYX white eyeshadow base, and I'm going to use that to carve under my eyebrows. Just carve it out and make it look sharp, and then cover my entire eyelid with that eyeshadow base. And then I'm not going to set it because I want to keep it a little bit wet so that the eyeshadow colors can stick to my eyelid. So let's get that done. And just a quick tip with this particular eyeshadow base, I like to layer it just because it's kind of thin, and I feel like the more base you apply to your eyelid, the more vibrant the eyeshadow color is going to be. So there you go. So now I'm going to go in with my Morphe M332 eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to dip into that light blue shade in my Morphe 35B palette, and this is just going to act as my transition shade, and I'm just going to pack that onto the corner of my eyelid. And for a more dramatic effect, I'm going to pull it up higher towards the arch of my eyebrow, and I'm just going to pack enough color on until I feel like it's vibrant enough. You can pack as much color on as you want, but I like to pack it on until I can see, you know, a dark, nice blue. And I will start building with a darker shade from there. Using the same eyeshadow brush, I'm going to dip into this navy blue shade and just pack it on to the light blue shade that we just applied. And again, I'm starting from the corner of my eyelid, and I'm going to slightly drag it up towards the top, but not all the way, because we don't want to mix in the colors too soon, because that will sort of erase our light blue shade that we have going on at the top. And you just want to keep packing on that color until you feel like you're satisfied with how it is starting to look. I had forgot to show myself dipping back into that light blue shade, but I did that to use that to blend out the dark blue and the light blue together. And I'm just going to slightly drag that towards the end of my eyebrow just to give it that extra dramatic effect for when we go to add our glitter. Alright, so now I'm going to use my Peaches and Cream glitter base, and I'm going to apply that to the area where I did not apply eyeshadow. And then I'm going to drag some of it towards the top of my eyelid, and then some of it into, just a little bit of it into my eyeshadow. And I'm just using any plain old flat eyeshadow brush to apply this glitter base. Alright, so taking this Morphe M209 brush, I'm going to be dipping into my Peaches and Cream loose eyeshadow in the shade Hollywood. And I am going to dip that brush into the eyeshadow and sort of lightly start packing on that glitter onto the glue that we just applied. And before applying that glitter, make sure you wait till your glue is a little bit tacky so that it sticks nicely to avoid clumping. I kind of made a mistake with this eyeshadow and forgot to wait till the glitter glue actually dried just a little bit before I put the glitter shadow, and I got a few clumps. So just a little warning, let that glue get tacky first before you add that glitter. And I'm just going to pack on enough glitter to where you can really start to see it show. Went back in with that same eyeshadow brush and dipped into that dark blue and light blue again, and I just used that to blend out the eyeshadow with my glitter shadow just to make it look smoother. So using my L'Oreal liquid liner, I'm going to draw some semi-thick wings so we can make this look a little bit spicier. And I like to start from the corner of my eyelid and sort of carve out how thick I want it to be, and then just go from there. So I went ahead and applied lashes and mascara off camera. The mascara I use is the Wet n Wild Renegade mascara. Alright, so next is the face, and I'm going to start by priming using my E.L.F. Hydrating Face Primer, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. And I also went ahead and carved out the top of my eyebrows using a concealer that would match up nicely to the foundation that I'm going to use today. Now I'm going to lightly highlight my face using my iconic London liquid Illuminator in the shade Rose, and I'm just going to apply that to my cheeks, forehead, chin, and nose. And I'm going to use my Morphe M462 brush to diffuse that highlight all over my face. So now moving on to foundation, I'm going to use my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in the shade Caramel, and I'm just going to start by using my finger to apply the foundation all over my face. And then to blend that all out, I'm going to use my damp Real Techniques beauty sponge. So now for contour, I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toast, and I'm just going to contour out the parts that I usually like to contour, so my cheekbones, my nose, my forehead, sometimes under the corners of my nose, my jawline, and around my lips. So I also like to apply concealer at the same time, and the concealer that I'm going to be using is the NYX HD Studio Concealer in the shade Caramel. and you would just apply that concealer to the usual spots, so under your eyes, your forehead, the bridge of your nose, your chin, and your cupid's bow. And I just went under the contour on my cheeks also. And I'm just gonna blend that all out using that same damp beauty sponge that I used for my foundation. Taking my Airspun loose powder, I like to take a dry beauty blender and just press a small amount of that powder into the areas where I usually sweat the most. Now I'm going to be using another powder. I'm going to use my M106 Morphe powder brush and my Fit Me loose powder in the shade 20 light medium, and just applying that everywhere where I added the concealer. Now with this powder, I like to pack on just enough to brighten up my face a little bit. Now I am going to deepen my contour a little bit using my L'Oreal True Match powder in the shade Soft Sable, and to apply that I am going to lightly dab my Opulent Beauty powder brush into that. So now I'm just going to bronze up my face, and I'm going to use my Rimmel London natural bronzer in the shade Sun Bronze. And to apply that bronzer, I'm just using the same brush that I used to apply my powder contour. After that, you're just going to go ahead and wipe off the rest of that setting powder, and I went ahead and set my face with my Hard Candy Longwear setting spray. So for blush, I dipped into this random palette that had blush and bronzer in it, so I just went ahead and used that, and I'm using the same brush that I used to apply my powder contour. So for highlight, I am using my Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter, and I forget what shade this is, but it is the more bronzier shade, and the brush that I'm using to apply this is my Ellen Tracy angled blush brush. So for lips, I like to wipe off my lips first, just wipe off all that foundation and stuff because there's no reason to leave it there. Then I'm going to line my lips with my Kat Von D lip liner in the shade Poe. Then after you're finished lining your lips, just go ahead and fill in your lips with that same lip liner, because that allows for the lipstick that you're going to apply over it to hold and be just a little bit darker. So for lipstick, I'm going to be using my Revlon lipstick in the shade Midnight Mystery, and this is from their Pearl collection. So at the end of it, I just applied a little bit of highlight to my lips just to make it look a little shinier. So here is the finished look. I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Your girl would really appreciate it, and I will see y'all in my next video. One love.